All right, welcome to the December 2009 Classic Series Tastings. I got some great news today, Ed.
Yeah?
Great news. For one, we're going to do 2 reds and 2 whites every month, starting in December, through the rest of the career of the Wine of the Month Club. Will be 2 different reds and 2
And
different
how
whites.
long will this career go on, you think?
Well, I don't know. Just turned 51, so. But anyway, for the first time, and my dad started this in '72. You always got the same red if you're reds only. You always got the same white, 2 bottles each. You will be getting 2 different reds and 2 different whites, which is a huge step.
It's huge.
Big step. As well, big change in the format. You will not be getting a dessert wine, a sparkling wine this year as your December selection. Yes, you're going to get the 2 reds and the 2 whites, or 1 red, one white. However, if you'd like the sparkling wine for that month, we have them available. We've chosen them. You're speechless, aren't you?
What else could you ask for?
Okay. So another bit of news. When I went to Starbucks this morning, this woman, I opened the door for her. She said it looked like the Marlboro Man. Isn't that beautiful?
You know, I mean, it sounds like the beginning of a perfect day.
It's great, huh? That's ready to go.
Let's get on with the wines.
All right, we've got this Golden Kaan South African Sauvignon Blanc. Just absolutely blew me away. A, because Sauvignon Blanc from South Africa isn't inexpensive, and B, to this quality. And I love the packaging with the embossed, with the silkscreen label of South Africa. But isn't this? Look at the color.
That's beautiful. New Zealand gets all the accolades for Sauvignon Blanc in the world right now because they're making some great Sauvignon Blanc. But I got to tell you, I think South Africa's been at the forefront of the Sauvignon Blanc for a long, long time. I can remember bringing these in to the store when we opened the store 11 years ago, and there were some great Sauvignon Blancs from South Africa.
Love the color, a little chartreuse in there, but the nose. What I really liked about it is it's a little atypical. You don't get that smoky creosote. You get a nice melony citrus character in there.
I love the grapefruit. Yeah, it's similar to New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, but then again, it's not. Was that clear? Mm-hmm. Okay, I just want to make sure.
It clearly is not as grapefruity and has more middle.
Yeah.
Right?
A little white peach. I think it's spectacular. And the price is what? Well, normally it was $12.99, $8.99 on the member price, and $6.99. You don't buy wines like this for $6.
That's really good. When it landed here from South Africa, and of course we taste everything again once it gets here, and I said, "Wow, this is really, really good." I didn't realize it was so cheap though. I gave it an 89 in the newsletter. Again, I'm all screwed up. It's a 92 for sure.
Could you guys start writing in and say, "Don't let him rate the wines"?
No, I'm not rating
it. This looks bad. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is a 91-point wine because what are you going to compare it against? Other South African Sauvignon Blancs,
that's right.
Not Sancerre, okay?
No.
Not Puy-Fumé, not White Bordeaux, but other Sauvignon Blancs from South Africa. And this is one of the best I've tasted.
This is really good.
And for $6.99, it's a 100-point wine.
Yeah,
We had to start rating these wines based on their price as well as one of the criteria. Because you start putting price in there, and you tell me there's a $6.99 Sauvignon Blanc out there that tastes like this. There isn't. So at that point, it's a 100-point wine.
You spent some time at one of the large retailers in Los Angeles.
Sure.
Is there a floor stack of Sauvignon Blanc like this for $6.99?
No, because they can't make any money if they sell wine for $6.99.
That's my problem. This is really fun. This came to me a couple months ago. It's a 2005 Cabernet from Girls in the Vineyard.
Yeah, I wondered about that. They refer to the vines as the girls.
Oh, that's clever.
I don't know if it's clever. It's just what they do. But regardless,
all Cabernet. That's for sure.
Great bottle of wine. Yeah, it's definitely Cabernet. There's no doubt about that. Little licorice, little leather, some black cherry fruit, some earthiness, some marzipan. Hell, they don't even need grapes for this wine.
No,
I'm just kidding.
That's what I like about Lake County, though. It produces some wines that are completely different from Napa and Sonoma. Mm-hmm. They're a little leaner, but they get a lot more complexity in the middle in some cases, like this one.
Lake County is like Mendocino. It's one of those areas that's, they're there, but nobody knows about it. And the fact is, they make really good wines, and the prices are never going to be the same as Napa and Sonoma because they don't have the following.
Good wines.
Really, really nice wine. And that is just a mere $10.99 when you get it the first go around, and $7.99 on a reorder price.
$7.99.
$7.99 and $6.99. You could serve these wines, for Christmas. They'd be no one would argue, and you get change back for your $15.
That's right. And they think hey, you really know your stuff.
Thank you. So do you.
Okay, I'm giving that a 90.
Thank you. Yeah, finally. That's a 90-point wine. I'm there.
Gorgeous. All right. Now, the first white wine of the alternates, this will be the second white wine that comes with your selection. This is the Just Chardonnay. It's a Languedoc Chardonnay, which is kind of unusual. You know, in the Languedoc, the south of France, you usually get Sauvignon Blanc and some other grapes. But this Chardonnay just jumped out of the glass for me. It's a 2006, which is interesting in itself because it's a little older, but it just, the nose and the complexity and the volume on the palate is just incredible.
This is the reason why some white wines age well. People ask me, well, you're not supposed to age white wines. Yeah, well, they don't ask me, they tell me, but then I have to tell them. Yes, you can. And there are a few that age extremely well, Chardonnay being one of them. Now, granted, it has to be grown in soil that's extremely beneficial to Chardonnay, and obviously we've got that here, you know.
Yeah, when they brought this to me, I said 2006, you know, we're past 2006s, we're doing 2007s. But we taste everything, and I opened it and poured it, and I looked at the color, it was gorgeous, and I tasted the wine, I said, this is a done deal.
Yeah. Now, the wine is really, really spectacular. We don't know exactly where it's going in the Provence, because it's a big area. It's one of the biggest areas in France, and they don't have the laws that they have in Burgundy and Bordeaux as far as what exactly they have to be growing here, so they can pretty much grow everything. But somebody comes along with something really good, who's to argue?
I love the tail end of the middle. Just there's all that melon and there's some green apple in there.
And the nose and the color do not look like an older wine, like a wine that's 3 years old. You know, of course, it's only 3 years old. That's not a lot.
But still, for Chardonnay from the Languedoc, you would expect it to be darker.
$8.99 first bottle and $5.99 for the reorder.
That must be a typo. But get it while you can. It's a great bottle of wine. And
really super.
Great
This
example.
is 92er as far as I'm concerned. If you add price, then it's a 98.
Give it a 91.
Thank you.
All right. The red alternate red is a Barren Shiraz Cabernet Merlot from Australia.
Why don't you just name the grapes that aren't in the bottle?
I don't know.
Cabernet, Merlot, Shiraz. You sure there's no Pinot in there?
Here's another wine
Grenache?
that the wine landed here about a month and a half ago up in San Francisco. The supplier called me, said it's here. I said, send me that sample because we're not going to take anything in-house that's not sampled because I don't know what happens to it on the boat. I don't know what happens to it in the winery when they bottle it and label it. So this bottle was so good. It was better than the sample they sent me. I mean, look, that nose is just all cranberries and blueberries and.
Well, you know, there's a reason why a lot of appellations in both France and Italy blend different grapes. Matter of fact, most of the great wines are blends of different grapes, and there's a reason for it because
really
they add complexity. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
This is really. I mean, you get a little bit of the Syrah, you get a little bit of the Cabernet, you get a little bit of Merlot, and they kind of have an amalgam effect that makes them all better than the sum of its parts.
I agree. The nose I'm confused with. I get more of the Bordeaux character in the nose, but that first impression on the palate is a Shiraz.
I definitely get the Syrah in the nose. I mean, I get that little animal, that kind of earthiness component. And again, $8.99 first bottle, $12.99 regular, and the reorder is $7.99. Fabulous. Absolutely
Great bottle
fabulous.
of wine.
94, absolutely.
92, and this is the hot one. Get it while it's hot. See it, the limited series. Salute.
Salute.